Hey fucks, Mad Mike here, and I'm here to talk about a couple new releases from a couple legendary metal bands. So both Voivod and Napalm Death came out with some albums last week, and... what the fuck just happened? No, I am not doing that. I've already said I am not doing that. I'm not going to do it. No, I am not doing this, okay? The only reason Chris Barnes is bashing modern metal is because he knows this story is going to be on every single metal website in the fucking world, and it's going to get clicks, and it's going to keep him relevant, and he wants to stay relevant because he knows his voice is going. That's it, that's all. I am not giving him the fucking attention or the satisfaction of making a fucking video on him. Thank you, fuck you, bye. Oh, fuck this fucking shit. Alright, motherfuckers, you fucking wanted this. You want me to bash 6 Feet Under? You want me to roast Chris Barnes? Well, you're gonna fucking get it. So sit the fuck down and bear witness as I give you another edition of Mad Mike's Discography. 6 Feet Under was a band founded by Chris Barnes in 1993 after he realized Cannibal Corpse was getting too good for him. And in 1995, they released their first studio album, Haunted, featuring such classics as The Enemy Inside, Beneath a Black Sky, Lycanthropy? Wow, that is a genius idea to make a song about Saberwolf from Killer Instinct. Fantastic debut album. This one is an 8 out of 10. And in 1997, 6 Feet Under released their sophomore album, Warpath, featuring such butt death metal classics as War Is Coming, 420, and of course, the classic self-diss track, Even Alex Webster Is Sick of My Shit. Great sophomore effort, 4 out of 20. And their third studio album is, Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, that's a fantastic movie. I fucking love that one. It's so much better than the Mad Max movie. 6 out of 10. And in the year 2000, they decided to grace us with the absolute greatest fucking cover album ever, with Graveyard Classics, featuring their absolute masterpiece of a cover of AC/DC's TNT. Fucking love this one. It's a negative 420 square out of 420. And their next studio album was, there's a baby in the womb on the cover. Oh yeah, this is their exact recreation of Rammstein's Mutter, which funny enough came out the same year, featuring their great covers of Mutter, Sona, Ich Will, and Mein Lungs Burnt. Great fucking cover album. This one is a 4 out of 20 out of And their next studio album was called, Derp Goat? Yeah, that's it. This one is a 7 out of 10. And their next studio album was yet another covers album called Graveyard Classics 2. This is just like AC/DC's Back in Black, only with more This one is an E out of AC/DC. And their next studio album was called 13? Wow, they covered a Black Sabbath album 8 years before it came out. That is fantastic. This is such a great use of time-traveling technology, and I love their cover of God Is Dead. This one is a 13 out of 13 out of 13 out of 13 out of 13. And their next studio album was 2007's, The 10 Commandments of 6 Feet Under, featuring such classics as Thou Shalt Not Be Ungeneric, Thou Shalt Not Put Any Effort Into Singing Thy Songs, and of course the classic Thou Shalt Force Brian Slagle to Put Up With Thy Garbage Music. This is an absolute masterpiece, 10 out of 10. And their next album was 2008's Death Rituals featuring This one is a 1 out of negative 10 square. And then in 2010, they released yet another covers album, Graveyard Classics 3, and who gives a shit? And their next studio album was 2012's Undead. This is literally the same fucking bullshit they've been releasing since 1995. This one is a 10 out of 10. And their next studio album was 2013's Unborn, which is an exact cover album of their previous album, Undead. It is a fantastic album, an even better album, 11 out of 10. And their next studio album was 2015's Not Even Seth Putnam Wants to Work With Me, featuring their classic cover of the Anal Cunt song Chris Barnes Is a Pussy. This one is a 3 out of 10. And their next studio album is Graveyard Classics 4, where they cover nothing but Maiden and Priest. Wow, this album is an absolute piece of shit. It's a 10 out of 10. And their next studio album was 2017's Torment, which features such great songs that totally don't have generic titles at all. Songs like Roots of Evil, Funeral Mask, and Skeleton. These are the most original song titles I have ever seen. This one gets a 5 out of 10. And that finally brings us to their latest studio album, which is 2020's featuring such classics as and Oh my fucking god, this is the greatest album ever made. This is a 42,069 out of 420. And that's their complete discography for now. But stay tuned, because next year they are releasing Graveyard Classics 5. And they just released a new single, which is an amazing cover of Queen's I Want to Break Free. I want to break free. I want to break free. Alright, fucks, and that's it for 6 Feet Under's discography. I really didn't want to do this video because I knew what Chris Barnes was doing. He did it on purpose, folks. He's doing it to stay relevant because his voice is dead. Not that he had much of a voice in the first place. So because of that, I really didn't want to make this video, but unfortunately, I am an absolute slave to the power of memes, so I had to do what needed to be done. Now, hopefully this puts all that bullshit to bed, and Chris Barnes can fade into obscurity where he always belonged. Thank you very much for watching my discography. Now I gotta go back to talking about people in the metal community that are actually fucking relevant, like Seth Putnam. Bye, fucks.
Why is Goku wearing Ed Hardy shirts?
Because they couldn't afford. Oh my god. Because they couldn't afford Matt Hardy shirts.
No one likes wrestling.
It's still real to me, damn it!